We want to look today at how the medical system is taking care of our seniors. First of all, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office of Inspector General, which is essentially the auditor for Medicare, they say that medical doctors kill 15,000 Medicare patients every month. That's 180,000 a year. Medicare patients are killed during simple procedures. 180,000 a year, 15,000 a month. Seniors over the age of 65 are killed. Okay? And they also say that, let's see here, over age 65, let's look at Medicare patients. The cost for hospice medical care is up 70% every year for the last 5 years. They said that this is due to, it amounts to $750 billion. That's $750 billion every year is waste. Now, we're not talking about leaving the lights on in the lab during the night. We're talking about 30 cents out of each medical dollar spent for seniors is for unnecessary hospice care, like doing, somebody who's terminal from a colon cancer that's gone to the brain, got days or weeks to live. They do a hysterectomy, a double mastectomy, double hip replacement, double knee replacement, do cataract surgeries because they got a couple $100,000 left in their insurance money. Doctors don't want them taken into the grave with them. And then, let's see here. Oh, yeah, outright fraud. They actually the doctors bill the accounts of seniors over the age of 65 for procedures they didn't even do on them. And, of course, they know that these people aren't even looking at the receipts and questioning statements and so forth, so they just really load it on, and Medicare, Medicaid pays for all this stuff. We're talking the amount of waste each year out of your pocket and your parents' pocket and your spouse's pocket is $750 billion for unnecessary care and fraudulent billing for seniors. That's $750 billion every year. That's your medical doctors. Now, there's several things we can do about this. Number one, you need to look at your statements. Make sure that when the doctor bills Medicare for something, for somebody in your family or in hospice, you want to make sure that, they actually did that procedure. And then, of course, you want to make sure that was that procedure necessary. Why would you do a hysterectomy on somebody who's got 3 days to live in hospice, they're unconscious, and what's the purpose of it? Well, the doctor needed a Mercedes payment, or he needed a tuition for his son to go to Harvard. And so these are the sort of things you're going to have to be responsible for because doctors are using you and your families as ATM machines. Each year in America, according to the Journal of the American Medical Association, the most prestigious of all medical journals, certainly in America, and the Center for Disease Control, the federal agency that tracks this stuff, medical doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million of their customers in their workplace. 5.8 million in hospitals, 9.2 million in their private offices and clinics. Now, I want you to think about this. They don't get their license suspended for 3 seconds. Nobody goes to jail. Doctors kill more people every year than the mafia has in 1,000 years. Doctors rip off more of your tax money every year than the mafia has in 1,000 years. And they get a walk. And that's because they've legislated themselves into a protected monopoly. They have, let's see here, they're self-policing. And there's no law that requires them to cure you when there's a cure available. They have legislated all their competition, all reasonable competition, into oblivion. And so they can do what they want, and nobody can say, well, I'll give you a safer procedure. I'll do a better job for half the price. There's nobody who can say that because they've legislated everybody else into the realm of quackery. And so this is all just through legislation. The medical doctors are not better than any other healers. They have just taken advantage of legislation. It's kind of like in the old days, it would burn you at the stake. And I suppose they'd think, well, we've improved a lot because instead of burning our competition at the stake, we just legislate themselves into the level of quackery. And so I urge you to begin to take care of yourself. That's the answer. You have to stop using them except for serious emergencies. I want you to get a hold of that trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Be Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy. And I want you to learn how to deal with over 900 different diseases using vitamins and minerals and trace minerals and rare earths, amino acids, fatty acids, herbs, and aromatherapy oils. That's a trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Be Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy. I want you to think about it. We've known the cure for type 2 diabetes for 70 years. We've known the cure for rheumatoid arthritis for 70 years. We've known the cure for osteopenia, osteoporosis for more than 100 years. We certainly know the a cure for lupus, which they say is an autoimmune disease, which really is just a simple nutritional deficiency. And then, of course, they want you to believe that Crohn's disease is an autoimmune disease and want to surgically remove your intestines when all you have to do is get on a gluten-free diet and supplement with all 90 essential nutrients, and you don't have Crohn's disease anymore. This is very simple stuff. And then there's dementia. Medical doctors have created Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a physician-caused disease. Now, what if plumbers were to cause a disease that killed 1 out of every 3 seniors? Right, 1 out of every 3 seniors who's dying now dies of dementia. These are physician-caused diseases. When do you get angry enough to change the pitcher? When do you get angry enough to change the quarterback? We've given them 100 years. The medical doctors have been a protected monopoly since 1914 when the Flexner Report came out. Here we are 100 years later, and what do we get for it? We're 92nd in healthfulness, 60th in longevity, and God forgive us, 41st in live birth and first month survivability of our babies. Trilogy Books, contact your longevity associate and say, I'm in. I'm going to help you save America. Okay, well, stick with us. We're going to be back with more truth, justice, and the longevity way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
I thought I'd talk about our good friend vitamin D today, as I have a story here from MedExpress headlined, Vitamin D proven to boost energy from within the cells. And this all comes from Newcastle University and led by Dr. Akash Sinha. Said that in their research, they were able to show that muscle function improves with vitamin D supplements, as it's thought to enhance the activity of the mitochondria, which is the actual energy producer within a cell. And they go on to say that the hormone normally produced in the skin using energy from the sunlight, of course, unless your doctor has got you putting on a sunscreen. Vitamin D can also be found in a few foods, fish liver oils, egg yolks, and fortified cereals. But they said vitamin supplements can also boost cell activity. And it's thought about 60% of people in the UK do have a vitamin D deficiency. And they say children under 5 and people with dark skin and the elderly are actually more vulnerable in the UK. And they said it's been a well-established association that vitamin D is useful in bone formation, and a deficiency can lead to rickets. Researchers used non-invasive magnetic resonance scans to measure the response to exercise in 12 patients with severe deficiency before and after treatment. And what they found was that their muscles actually performed much better once they got a vitamin supplement, including vitamin D. So alongside poor bone health, muscle fatigue is a common symptom in vitamin D deficient patients, and the fatigue could be due to the reduced efficiency of the mitochondria, the power stations within each cell in the body. They say mitochondria uses glucose and oxygen to make energy in a form that can be used to run the cell, an energy-rich molecule called an ATP. They say muscle cells need large amounts of ATP for movement, and they use phosphocreatine as a ready and available energy source to make ATP. Say the mitochondria also replenish this phosphocreatine store after muscle contraction, and measuring time is taken. And before treatment, these patients, their phosphocreatine was actually being replenished in about 34.4 seconds, and after they got the vitamin D supplements, 27.8. So not only is it good to, and interesting too, Doc, in this whole story, not one mention of how some patients, particularly heart patients, taking these statin drugs are most likely probably at risk of being vitamin D deficient because your body uses cholesterol to make vitamin D.
That is correct. Vitamin D is 7-hydroxy-25 cholesterol. It's a cholesterol product, and of course, America is vitamin D3 deficient, and Europe, including England and the UK, are vitamin D3 deficient because of doctors. If you listen to your doctor, you're vitamin D3 deficient. Don't eat eggs. Don't get out in the sun. Wear sunblocker if you have to. Wear big brim hats, sunglasses, long sleeves, gloves. Don't even go out in the moonlight because you could get skin cancer. Certainly no egg yolks. Don't take any vitamin mineral supplements because you will overdose, and for goodness sake, you'll get expensive urine. And all the advice doctors give pushes you away from vitamin D3. And so everybody who has osteopenia, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, degenerative arthritis, bone-to-bone arthritis, periodontal disease, loose teeth, all that kind of stuff, gingivitis, these are all physician-caused diseases. High blood pressure, physician-caused diseases. Bone spurs, calcium deposits, doctor-caused diseases, just like Alzheimer's disease, low T. We're talking about, what's another one here? Oh, yeah, adrenal exhaustion. Erectile dysfunction. Well, there's a happy thought. All because doctors say, avoid cholesterol. Woo! They've caused so many diseases, doctor-caused diseases. Our solution is to do it ourselves and stay away from doctors. We'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head across the big pond to England. And Mike, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Mike, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being a blessing to us.
Well, thank you. How can I help you?
There's two people I'd like to ask about. One is a friend of ours, and one's for my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And our friend, he's 5'11", male, I think about 48 years old, 46 or 48. He's had pain in his liver area. He thought it was like a gallbladder. And I said, well, it's probably liver. He was diagnosed, and they came back and said fatty liver, fatty pancreas, and swollen spleen. He's since stopped all alcohol. He was drinking Monster and these different type of drinks, and he got off that. He's now having lots of rebound. He's been on the Healthy Start packs. He's complaining of back pain. He wants to lose 60 pounds. He's 238 pounds. But the big issue right now is he's getting a lot of pain in the liver area.
Mm-hmm. Okay, question. Question. Does he have any skin problems, like acne, eczema, rosacea, dermatitis, psoriasis?
No, I asked him on that. I think his mom does, but he hasn't.
Okay, his mom has this stuff. Okay, now, does he have constipation where he needs laxatives, to have regular bowel movements?
No, but his mom did, but he doesn't.
Okay. All right. Well, the odds are then he has a gluten intolerance. It's not unusual that people will get pain in their colon, and it's in that liver area because the colon comes up, the ascending colon comes up in the right side where the appendix is. Do you know if he's had his appendix out?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know that.
Okay, that's a question you can ask him. But that ascending colon comes up, takes a 90-degree turn right there underneath the liver by the kidney and the gallbladder and everything. When you get pain in that area, the doctor just wants to yank your gallbladder out, and almost always it's due to a gluten intolerance, and inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, all that kind of stuff. Diverticulitis is all very important in these things. So I'd get him on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats, because the mom passes all this stuff on through the cord blood and the breast milk. And then I would, if he weighs 200 pounds plus, I'd give him 2 of those Healthy Start packs per month, 1 full dose during the breakfast and dinner. I would also give him our selenium, which is going to make the liver and pancreas happy. I'd give him a guy that size. I'd give him 3 of our Ultimate Selenium at breakfast and 3 at dinner. That's 2 bottles a month. And also for the pancreas and the liver and the heart and the brain, I'd throw in the de-stress capsules, 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. And it's equally as important as he's giving up the alcohol, very, very good. But he also needs to give up other inflammatory things that put pressure on the liver and the colon, in addition to the no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats, and also get him off of fried foods, processed meats and nitrates and nitrites, and no oils. Well, hang on. We'll come back, and we'll answer the question for your wife after these messages. Okay, Doug, we're going right back to jolly England. And Mike, tell me what's going on with your wife.
Hi. She has quite a few different things that are going on. She's had some uterine polyps or fibroids, and she's wondering if she needs to have those, like a DNC or something like that, if that would be necessary. She's also had varicose veins.
Go ahead. Varicose veins.
And on one leg, I think her right leg swells up larger than the other, and they said, well, if they were going to do something, or there's nothing they can do, sort of thing. But that's caused problems in the leg. She's also noticed a lot of floaters in her eyes recently, and she's been noted when she goes for eye exams that, she has a lot of floaters. And then another biggie for her, though it's been getting better since she's been on Healthy Start Pack, is she's been getting pain down her left arm on exertion, And they did a workup for her and kept thinking it was to do with carpal tunnel or something like that, something really whacked. And also, she had her thyroid ablated. I don't know if you've ever seen examples of people being able to regrow them. And
all right, well, that's enough. That's a mouthful. Let me ask you again a question here or two. Does your wife have a history of skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, or rosacea, or acne?
None at all.
Okay, does she have a history of constipation where she needed laxatives or fiber?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. Any history of asthma or bronchitis?
No, though she's had, every once in a while she'd get something, like she'd get bronchitis that was going around, and it'd keep it for a couple months.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have children?
Yes.
And do they have any asthma or bronchitis or skin problems or constipation or diarrhea?
No, one son washes his hands too much, and that's caused him problems. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty identifiable. They haven't had any of that.
Okay. All right, because she has a lot of things going on there. What does she weigh?
About 172.
Okay, and how tall is she?
5'8".
Okay. All right.
And
so,
she's lost a lot of weight since she got on the Healthy Start packs.
Okay, good. Would you say she's lost 30 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds?
I think she's approaching 18 to 20 pounds-ish.
Okay, excellent. Okay, excellent. All right, here we go. Got to go fast. Now, what I want to do is get rid of all the hostile foods in her case. Absolutely no fried foods. Absolutely no oils, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oil, cheese, canned fish. Got to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce, not oil. I'd have her give up gluten, even though she doesn't have a lot of symptoms of it. She's got too many diseases here, and so I'd have her get on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats. I would do the same thing for your children. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, because if she's got it, she's passed it on to them. Then the varicose veins have to do with mineral deficiencies. The edema in the leg could have something to do with constipation and so on. And then the thyroid, if it's been gone, there's nothing we can do to regrow that if it's not there. And so the uterine fibroids, it's a matter of free radicals. Got to get rid of all those fried foods and processed meats, gluten. And hang on, I'll give you the program for her after these messages. Doug, we're going right back to England and Mike. Okay, just to finish up here, 172-pound lady. I would get her on 2 of the healthy bone and joint packs per month, 1 full dose of everything at breakfast, 1 full dose of everything at dinner. I'd also have her take 15 of those glucogel capsules a day, 5 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because of the uterine fibroids, which are free radical damage to the uterine wall, I'd have her take 3 of our Ultimate Selenium twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. That would also help with the varicose veins because of the copper that's in the selenium. I would also have her take the CM cream that comes with the 2 healthy bone and joint packs to put that on her neck and her arm where she has the pain in the arm. And this could be from degenerative disc in her neck, could be from arthritis in her neck, and so it might be a peripheral neuropathy as opposed to really serious pain in her wrist area. And for the thyroid thing, when the thyroid's gone, it's gone. But whether it's surgery or ablating it with radioactive iodine, but it wouldn't hurt to give her what we call the let's see here, the Ocean's Gold, which will help the receptors. Also, I'm sure they're giving her levothyroxine or Synthroid or U.S. Armour Thyroid or something like that to replace the thyroid gland. And give me a call every couple of weeks if you would, please. Let me know how this guy's doing. Let me know how your wife's doing. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to New York. And Meg, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Meg, you're on the air.
Hi, thank you. My 6-year-old daughter has been diagnosed with erythema nodosum. She was told to take an antibiotic and a topical steroid cream, but I wanted to hear what you had to say about this.
Okay. Erythematosus nodosum it could be a variation on what we used to call impetigo, or it could be a variation on a gluten intolerance. Does she have a history of rough skin on the back of her arms or on her legs?
She doesn't, but I do have a gluten intolerance, and so she's recently gone gluten-free.
Yeah. Well, guess what? You've passed it on to her. Do you have any other children?
Yes.
Okay, well, they all have it. They all have a gluten intolerance because you passed it on to them through either the cord blood or breast milk or both. And so the whole family, anybody living in the household has got to get gluten-free because you and all of your children are gluten intolerant. You cannot have dry dog food or dry cat food in the house. If you have dogs and cats in the house, they must be fed canned food. There may be a dog food out there that's made out of rice and lamb. That may be okay, but you're going to have to read the labels carefully. I want everybody to listen to that CD, Serial Killers, because most of the gluten you're going to run into is hidden. You get a bag of nuts from any place, plastic bag full of nuts, and you read the label on the allergens in the back. It says, these pecans are pistachios or walnuts or almonds have been processed in equipment that also processes wheat products. Well, the wheat dust in there is enough to get you. They use wheat to thicken tomato soup. They use breadcrumbs and cracker crumbs and meatloaf and meatballs. It's just everywhere. And so you need to listen to that CD called Serial Killers. The kids need to listen to it, Serial Killers. And I would definitely get her off of gluten. No gluten, no gluten, no gluten, no gluten. This is a forever thing. They might as well learn now. You will save them an enormous amount of unnecessary misery. You'll save them an enormous amount of unnecessary financial expenditure, and you'll add 25 to 50 healthy years to their lives, plus add those times of your life, too, by getting off of gluten. How much does your daughter weigh, Meg?
48 pounds.
Okay, 48 pounds, close enough to 50. So I'd have her take one Healthy Start pack per month. One Healthy Start pack, and that will last her actually 2 months because one Healthy Start pack is for 100 pounds of human flesh. So if she weighs 48, I'd give her a half a dose every day, divide that in half so she's getting a quarter of a dose at breakfast, quarter of a dose at dinner. That would be like a teaspoon and a half of the Osfix Plus at breakfast and dinner. Make up the Beyond Tangerine with 2 scoops in 10 ounces, 12 ounces of water, and use a teaspoon and a half of that mix in the morning, a teaspoon and a half of that mix in the evening. I'd have her take 2 of the EFA Pluses a day, and that will give her what she needs. You may have to get an extra bottle of the EFA Pluses, and it's just essential she stays away from all fried. The whole family, you and all your kids, anybody else, your husband living in the house, grandma living in the house, everybody's got to be gluten-free, because if there's any gluten in the house, you're washing clothes together, sitting on the couch, dust from this stuff, you got to watch it. You can't go to places like Whole Foods where they have bulk bins. There's wheat dust everywhere on the belt going to the cash register. It's just everywhere. You have to really watch it when you go out to eat. You can control it more at home, but you have to be very, very careful. Even you buy a steak at a restaurant, they use rubs on it, say, our special spices. Well, they're 10% spices and 90%, you got it, wheat flour. Then you go to some of these hamburger places, and it's 50% oatmeal makes up their hamburgers. And I think Steak and Shake is one of those where they use a lot of oatmeal. And it says, we start out with 100% grade A beef. But what do they wind up with? And they use oatmeal. That's why they get that kind of shiny skin on their hamburgers when you see it on the bun. And so, everybody's going to have to change here. And then I would get her on this. And I would also give her one of our de-stress capsules twice a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. That's going to help her enormously. One bottle will last her 2 months then. And then for yourself, you want to do the same thing. It's one Healthy Start pack per 100 pounds of body weight. And all your other children, it's one Healthy Start pack per 100 pounds of body weight. And no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, no oils, and no gluten. And it's a trip to change, but guess what? They have gluten-free aisles in every grocery store because 1/3 of Americans, 115 million Americans, are gluten intolerant. We do have a book also out called Hell's Kitchen. In the Hell's Kitchen book, there's a section on gluten problems. So between the book, Hell's Kitchen, and between the CD, Serial Killers, everybody's going to learn what they need to do, and you will save your family. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Well, let's head to Silo Springs, Arkansas. And John, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, John, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Yes. How can I help you?
Yeah, last fall I was diagnosed with either having essential tremors or Parkinson's disease. And I just wanted to know what I could do from a nutritional standpoint to help that out.
Okay, what do you weigh, sir?
About 155, 160.
Okay. And how old are you?
57.
All right. All right. Do you have any history of skin problems or eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, rosacea?
No.
Okay, good. Do you have any history of bronchitis or asthma?
No.
Okay. Do you have any history of constipation where you needed laxatives or fiber to have regular bowel movements?
No.
Okay, super. All right. What I would do then is get rid of the bad stuff you can out of your diet. That means no fried foods, no processed meats or nitrates and nitrites, and no oils of any kind. No margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. Canned fish have got to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce, not oil. Then, at 160 pounds, I would have you take 2 of the healthy start packs per month. That's 1 full dose of everything at breakfast, 1 full dose of everything at dinner. I'd also have you take the, let's see, before I forget, I do want you to take, at 160 pounds, I want you to eat 8 to 10 eggs a day. They cannot be fried. They cannot be cooked in margarine or oil. They cannot be over easy or sunny side up. They must be soft poached. The yolks must be soft. Soft boil with a soft yolks, soft scramble in butter. And this is to rebuild the brain. Whether you have Parkinson's disease or essential tremors, you need the cholesterol to rebuild the brain. I would also have you take the de-stress capsules. Take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. Our Ultimate Selenium, take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. And to increase the vascular flow through your brain, I would also take 3 of our Ultimate Daily tablets twice a day. That's 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. That'll be 1 bottle a month because it's a large bottle. And then call me every couple of weeks. One other thing, I want you to throw in what we call Smart FX. Take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. It's going to give you the DHAs and EPAs, which are raw materials for the brain to make neurotransmitters. Okay, and give me a call every 2 weeks, John. Give me a report. We'll be back after these messages. Back with Dead Doctors Online, the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity and the 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Roseville, Ohio. And Bill, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Bill, you're on the air.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm 55 years of age, and I'm 6'1". I weigh 260 pounds. And, about 15 years ago, I took a hepatitis B vaccine, and that didn't turn out good. I ended up with my thyroid crashed about 2 weeks after the 3rd shot. And it's been downhill kind of since then. I got vitiligo and a fatty liver. And my biggest complaint is I developed glaucoma in the last about 5 years ago. And I don't have any I kept my peripheral vision, but the main problem was I've had lasers, surgeries, I had drops, and finally they did a trabeculotomy on both eyes. And my damage is to my optic nerve. It's the cupping of the optic nerve itself where it attaches the eyes. They said my eyes is healthy except for that.
Okay, well, let me ask you a couple of quick questions here. We only have a few moments. I want to ask you, do you have a history of any skin problems, any eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis?
No.
Okay. Do you have any history of asthma or bronchitis?
No.
Okay, good. Did you have your appendix out when you were a kid?
No.
All right, good. Do you have any history of constipation where you need a laxative or fiber to have a regular bowel movement?
Not very often. It depends if I eat a bunch of cheese or not.
I understand. Okay. Well, first of all, we got to deal with the 260 pounds. I'd like to see you lose 60 pounds, okay, unless it's all muscle. We need to lose about 60 pounds, and the thyroid gland requires all 90 essential nutrients. Vitiligo is due to a lack of skin pigment, is due to a mineral deficiency. Fatty liver can be due to vitamin deficiencies, mineral deficiencies, And then glaucoma can also be due to peripheral artery disease where the arteries are plugged inside the eye. You have any high blood pressure or diabetes?
My blood pressure kind of runs right on the line, and my diabetes, sugar-wise, I'm right on the border. I'm borderline.
Okay, so pre-diabetic. Okay. Yes, you might have what's called metabolic syndrome, where you got insulin resistance, high blood pressure, a little belly problems here, and so forth. So what I want you to do is take 3, ideally, but if you have to cut it back by a third, it's okay. It'll just take a little longer to get the result, but ideally here, at 260 pounds, you would take 3 healthy bone and joint packs per month. That would be 1 ounce of the OsteoX Plus at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine NutriCrystals at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 3 of the EFA Plus as a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner, maybe even 20. Take another 4th dose of 5 at bedtime with a glass of water. That will all be dealt with the 3 healthy bone and joint packs per month. Because you have a low-functioning thyroid, I would also throw in the Ocean's Gold. I'd have you take 12 of those tablets a day, 4 at breakfast, 4 at lunch, 4 at dinner. It would be 3 bottles a month of the Ocean's Gold. That's to support thyroid activity. Because you have glaucoma and a little bit of blood pressure, I would have you take 12 of the Ultimate Daily tablets today, 4 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's going to be 2 bottles a month of that because they're big bottles. Let's see here. Don't forget the selenium for the liver. I want you to take 9 of those a day, 3 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's 3 bottles a month of the selenium for the fatty liver. And then the de-stress capsules also, again, I want you to have 12 of those a day, 4 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's 3 bottles a month. And this is going to be, like I say, if this becomes financially untenable, you can cut everything by 1/3, but that's the ideal dosage here for your body weight. And we'll talk about, this is going to help you lose weight. Now, this is going to help you lose weight. This is going to help you with your prediabetes situation as well. But we can speed up the weight loss thing. I'd say in about 2 to 4 weeks. I want you to call me in 2 weeks. I want to know what your blood pressure is. I want to know what your weight is. I want to know what your energy is, all that kind of stuff. And then we'll decide at the 4th week, the 6th week, the 8th week, where we're going to begin the weight loss process, a serious weight loss process. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. A really great testimonies and questions today. Thank you so much, Doug and Billy. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
When you perspire, working or playing, your body is losing more than just water. That's why it tastes salty. But what you're sweating out is more than just salt and potassium, as some sports drinks will have you believe. One of the most well-known sports drinks only has 2 nutrients, and it's loaded with sugar. Some have a mineral or 2 with a couple of vitamins. Longevity's exceptional sports drink, Rebound FX, is chock full of cancer-fighting antioxidants, a full spectrum of vitamins, plant-derived minerals, and herbs. Rebound FX is a highly absorbable liquid supplement that gives you quick, sustained energy. Rebound FX supports cardiovascular health, immune health, and boosts stamina and energy. Don't short yourself during and after your workout with just a couple of nutrients. Drink Longevity's Rebound FX for optimal health. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Longevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Longevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium hand-selected Aracaba coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America. All are carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. For an extra boost, try JavaFit's Energy Extreme 62, a proprietary blend of nutrients including Cambogia, green tea extract, an extra shot of caffeine, and niacin. Designed to support metabolism and enhance physical performance. Available in single cup or single pot packs. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Jovolution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them overcome their health challenges? Youngevity has been helping people overcome their health challenges for years. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission at Youngevity is to educate Americans about their own health. If you like helping people, join us in our fight to save America. While you're helping people prevent and overcome health challenges, you will also be able to build a lucrative home-based business. So what are you waiting for? Come join us and help save America. If you've decided to join us, call your local Youngevity associate to find out how you can arm yourself with the knowledge that's needed to save America.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound. Turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. On the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program, you've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. If you're up several times every night to go to the bathroom, have frequent urination during the day, feel like you have to urinate but then have difficulty getting a stream going, have leaking, dribbling, or urgency to the point a restroom must always be nearby, you may have an enlarged prostate. According to the National Kidney Foundation, by age 60, more than half of all men have an enlarged prostate, or BPH. By age 85, that number is 90%, according to the American Urological Association. Ultimate ProstFX from Youngevity has been developed for nutritional support of the prostate gland. ProstFX promotes prostate health and supports healthy prostate function. Stop sprinting to the restroom and avoid those embarrassing moments with ProstFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.